Welcome back to the channel. Just a quick disclaimer, this will be a longer video, so make sure you guys grab your snacks, popcorn, protein shake, creatine mix, whatever it is, dinner, early lunch, late lunch, whatever. Make sure you grab it, and let's get right into this video. The article comes to you guys from Android Police. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. So yesterday, news broke, right? It's still sort of speculation, not official, but news broke, like, was it early to mid-afternoon, from a German outlet that Mike Sievert is planning to leave the company early. Now, this title is a bit exaggerating. It says T-Mobile CEO could be removed early as the company chases fiber expansion. I don't think they're necessarily removing Mike Sievert. I think Mike Sievert is agreeing to leave and to take a break, and that's what I wanted to talk about. That's what I wanted to add some additional context and just give you guys some additional thoughts and opinions of what I know behind the scenes and what I've talked about and speculated on a few months back. As you can see, if you just go by history, the companies don't really move much different from what they've done in the past. So I wanted to kind of add that, some additional thoughts into this video. So Mike Sievert, right? Mike Sievert has been part of T-Mobile since the very early uncarrier days. And there's even been rumors, very, very, very hot rumors, that Mike was really the brains behind the uncarrier movement, right? The moves that were made, stuff that had happened. It was really him that did the implementations of the moves and that came up with the ideas. That's been the rumors. So he's been around for a long time already. And then as T-Mobile was able to merge with Sprint, he took over as the CEO of the combined company, which is a much bigger company. And he successfully ran that company for a little over 5 years now. So I just feel, and the reason I wanted to use this article, it's his expertise is running out, right? It's really the fiber expansion, right, that they're getting into, right? It's kind of still in the lower stages, but it's going to get bigger, right? Even the 12 to 15 million homes passed that they want to get to, that's still relatively low if you compare that to the competition. So I just feel Mike Sievert's expertise is running out, right? They need someone that has more expertise on fiber, convergence, digital first. And the COO that DT put in place at T-Mobile, because it's a creative position, right? It's not a position that they filled, right? If for those of you who remember, Mike Sievert was moved from CMO to COO, and then he became CEO, but they never backfilled that position, right? So this go around, they just opened that COO position again, right? And now Mike Sievert is set to leave, and then this new Gopalin, hope I said that right, is set to take Mike Sievert position. At least that's what's believed. And if you look at all the research, if you just backtrack to what he was in charge of, the person that they put in as COO, he was a part of Vodafone. He's been a part of the fiber for T-Mobile UK. He was in charge of the fiber play in DT in Germany itself. So he has fiber knowledge. He's quite well versed in fiber and has expertise. He has expertise in convergence and also has expertise on digital first. So it makes sense, right? And also I will throw in, again, this is speculation, but I also can see more of DT's staff moving in. I don't know if those will be created positions or if some of the other executives at T-Mobile start leaving too, right? John Fryer, that could be one, right? He's the CEO of Consumer. He could be, thinking about maybe leaving or departing the company soon. And there's some other ones that might not like the new leader or the new leadership or where T-Mobile is headed, right? There's always it's hard to please everyone, right? So as DT steps in maybe more aggressively because they are a majority owner, right, that could disgruntle some of the current leadership, right? So that's some additional options there that where DT moves in more staff, right? Because this current team that's in place now, as it stands, before even the COO takes over, this current team, they really don't have the know-how to run and operate any wireline, right? Especially as T-Mobile with DT may be thinking about owning and operating wireline, like really getting deeper into that side of the business. That team currently, they don't have the know-how. Now they want to learn, but you still need some leadership that has expertise in that, right? And then you need several new leaders and several people that are just owning and managing that side of the business. Like you have to create an entire wireline business just for that business. And that's where I feel DT is really going to heavily step in and really start shifting the resources to T-Mobile USA, because it's their biggest moneymaker by far. It's not even close. Not even in a ballpark. Like all of the European operations that DT has probably don't stack up to what T-Mobile USA makes alone, and what they will make in the future with this fiber expansion, right? So we've said this plenty of times already, but the uncarrier is clearly done, right? To close out this video, it was nice while it lasted. Mike Seaver, to a certain extent, he still tried to keep it alive, right? But once he leaves and this new COO becomes the CEO, you're not going to see those videos anymore where, hey, we're offering this now as part of a package. They're just not going to do that anymore. They're going to turn in to the suit and tie CEO, the big corporate company. That's the next phase of T-Mobile. More money. It's like squeezing out more profits. That's going to be tough, even for this new leadership that we're potentially about to get, because T-Mobile already makes insane amounts of free cash flow, right? They're reporting like was 18 billion this year. I mean, that's right in line with Verizon and AT&T, right? So how can they possibly pull even more than that without really, really, really risking the churn to increase significantly, right? So yeah, uncarrier's done. That's completely out. I would not be surprised if they don't even mention that anymore. Like with new leadership, new marketing, that just gets completely phased out as they look to, right, making even more profits and revenue driving segments in the business, like fiber, further expanding FWA, just anything money wise that they can get their hands on to monetize. They're gonna move in that direction, right? But also keep in mind, now you could, potentially see that more premium network that some of you have been waiting on, right? The larger scale, the redundancy, and I know for some of you that's already here today, but others it isn't. The growth in the network expansion into rural, right? That could now really accelerate under this proposed new leadership, right? It's still speculative, but it's happening, right? I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, the Handelsblatt, I think they broke some news not too long ago that was very accurate, so they got information, right? So, but of course, until it's official, we can't say, hey, it's happening. But I mean, you can see the writing on the wall here. So that could be the results of that, right? A more premium T-Mobile, an even bigger network than what we are already used today, but it's going to come at a cost. It's going to definitely come at a cost. So free lines, I could see that being done and over with. No more free lines. Discounts, all that done, right? I could see that being done shortly too, right? Like maybe 6-12 months from now. I think they just move in a completely different direction. And that is probably going to increase free cash flow somewhat, right? The EBITDAs and service revenues and everything else, because, You know, like I said in the previous video, T-Mobile now pays dividend and buybacks. Verizon and AT&T don't even do both today. And T-Mobile is still making the same amount of free cash flow just about as Verizon and AT&T, right? So keep all of that in mind. We'll see, right? We'll definitely see. We'll definitely discuss again once this news becomes official. I don't think it will take much longer for this to really come out publicly. I think Mike Sievert will get a nice send-off. I think he'll get a huge payout, millions and millions and millions of dollars for running the combined company successfully. And then we just move on, right? We move on. We look at this new leadership. We see the moves, and then on the channel, we just have to analyze and see what these new moves and everything else is about. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.